Now, you probably heard of the common fitness advice that you should be aiming for 10,000 steps a day.
Regular walking is even lower intensity, so you have to do more of it. But it does not risk muscle very highly.
Imagine two people exercising for the same amount of time. One is walking at a comfortable pace, the other is doing a few simple bodyweight movements at home. By the end of the workout, one of them has challenged more muscles, burnt considerably more energy, and pushed their cardiovascular system much harder. The surprising part? Neither person spent a single dollar. In this video, I am going to show you 5 science-backed exercises that are more demanding than a regular walk, explain exactly why they work, and rank them based on how much work your body has to do. And trust me, number 5 is probably not the one you're expecting. Let's get started. Let's be honest, almost nobody likes burpees. They're exhausting, they leave you out of breath after just a few reps, and they're often the first exercise people want to skip. But there is a reason they feel so brutal. Every single burpee combines a squat, a push-up, a plank, and an explosive jump into one continuous movement. Instead of asking just your legs or just your upper body to work, burpees recruit almost your entire body at once. Your chest, shoulders, arms, core, glutes, and legs all have to work together, while your heart and lungs race to keep up with the demand. That's also why burpees can burn considerably more calories than a comfortable walk in the same amount of time. Simply put, more muscles are working and they're working much harder. In fact, a 2024 study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research compared several popular bodyweight exercises, including squats, lunges, push-ups, jumping jacks, and burpees. Out of all the exercises tested, burpees produce the highest energy expenditure and the greatest overall metabolic demand, making them one of the most efficient bodyweight exercises for challenging your entire body. The best part? You don't need a gym, expensive equipment, or even much space. Just your body weight and a few minutes of effort are enough to turn burpees into one of the most demanding exercises you can do anywhere. The second exercise on the list looks simple, but it challenges your body in a way most people underestimate: mountain climbers. First glance, it might look like you are just moving your legs quickly, but the real challenge is happening in your core. Every time you drive one knee towards your chest while holding a plank position, your abs, obliques, and deeper core muscles have to work to keep your hips from rotating or dropping. At the same time, your shoulders, chest, and arms are supporting your body weight. Think of it like trying to hold a moving plank. Your core isn't just producing movement, it is fighting against movement and keeping your body stable. This is known as anti-rotation stability, and it's one of the main functions of your core. Moreover, research examining dynamic calisthenic exercises has shown that this type of bodyweight movements can create a meaningful cardiovascular and metabolic demand without requiring any equipment. And the best part? You can make them easier or harder instantly. Slow and controlled reps focus more on stability, while faster repetitions turn them into a serious conditioning exercise. The third exercise on this list is basically sprinting without going anywhere: high knees. The movement is simple. You stay in one place while driving your knees upward as quickly as possible. But don't let the simplicity fool you. When performed with enough intensity, high knees can turn into a serious cardiovascular challenge. Unlike walking, where your body can maintain a relatively comfortable rhythm, high knees require repeated explosive contractions from your legs, while your heart and lungs work harder to deliver oxygen to your muscles. Your calves, quadriceps, hamstrings, hip flexors, and core all contribute to the movement. And because your body is constantly absorbing and producing force with every step, your energy demand increases quickly. That's why high knees are such a useful exercise. They require zero equipment, almost no space, and you can instantly adjust the difficulty by changing your speed, range of motion, or work intervals. The fourth exercise on this list might look simple, but it's one of the most physically demanding movements you can add to a workout: the sled push. Unlike burpees or mountain climbers, the sled push doesn't rely on your body weight alone. Instead, you are creating force against an external load, pushing it forward with almost every muscle in your body. Your legs generate the majority of the power. Your quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and calves are working to drive the sled forward, while your core and upper body help you maintain a strong position and transfer force efficiently. The reason this exercise is so challenging is that there is almost no easy part of the movement. As long as you keep pushing, your muscles continue producing force and your cardiovascular system continues working to deliver oxygen to those muscles. Now, not everyone has access to a sled, but the principle is what matters. Pushing against resistance while using large muscle groups is an incredibly efficient way to challenge your body. If you don't have a sled, a step hill, weighted carriers, or other forms of low-rate movement can create a similar training effect. The final exercise on this list is one of the simplest movements you can do, but also one of the most explosive: jump squats. A regular squat already challenges some of the biggest muscles in your body, but when you add a jump, everything changes. Now your muscles have to produce force quickly, pushing your body off the ground as explosively as possible before controlling the landing. This is what makes jump squats a form of plyometrics training. Exercises designed to improve explosive power by training your muscles to produce force rapidly. And this type of training is not just for athletes. A meta-analysis published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that plyometrics training can significantly improve measures of explosive performance, such as jumping ability, for example, by improving how efficiently your muscles produce force. From a calorie burning perspective, jump squats are challenging because every repetition requires you to accelerate your entire body weight upward. Moreover, they are simple, require no equipment, and can be performed almost anywhere. But because they are high impact, they're also an exercise where technique matters. Quality repetitions will always beat simply doing more. So far, we've looked at 5 exercises that can make your workouts much more demanding. But there is another piece of the puzzle that determines how effective these movements can actually be, how you organize them. And this is where HIIT comes in. High-intensity interval training simply means alternating short periods of hard effort with periods of recovery. For example, you might perform an exercise for 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds, and repeat that cycle several times. The reason HIIT is so popular is not because it's a shortcut or some kind of fat loss magic. The advantage is efficiency. It allows you to accumulate a lot of high-intensity work in a relatively short amount of time. A systematic review and meta-analysis published in Obesity Reviews compared HIIT with traditional moderate intensity continuous training and found that both approaches can improve body composition, while HIIT often requires less total training time. Another meta-analysis published in Sports Medicine found that HIIT can produce significant improvements in cardiorespiratory fitness with results comparable to longer sessions of moderate intensity exercise. But there is an important point. More intensity is not always better. HIIT creates a lot of stress on your body, which means recovery matters. Doing hard sessions every single day is not necessarily the best approach. The goal isn't to destroy yourself. The goal is to use high-intensity exercises strategically alongside other forms of movement to create a routine that you can actually maintain. Now, before you replace every workout with burpees and jump squats, there is something important we need to talk about. These exercises are excellent tools when your goal is to increase intensity and burn more energy in a limited amount of time. But they are not the only tools you need. Let's start with walking. Walking might not feel as impressive as a high-intensity workout, but that doesn't make it less valuable. In fact, humans evolved to move for long periods of time. Walking is low impact, easy to recover from, and something most people can do consistently for years. And then there is strength training. If your goal is improving your physique, losing fat while maintaining muscle, or simply becoming stronger, resistance training is incredibly important. When you lose weight, the goal isn't just to lose pounds, it's to lose fat while keeping as much muscle as possible. So the best approach isn't choosing between walking, strength training, or HIIT, it's combining them. These 5 exercises, burpees, mountain climbers, high knees, sled pushes, and jump squats, are simply tools you can use when you want to challenge your conditioning and make your workouts more time efficient. And the best part, you don't need expensive equipment or a fancy gym. Your body is already a training tool you carry with you everywhere. Build habits you can maintain. Train hard when you can and move every single day. If you enjoyed this science-based approach to fitness, make sure to subscribe for more videos breaking down what actually works and what doesn't. And remember, Small changes, constantly applied, that's how real results happen. See you soon.